Hello again, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. She wears many hats. If you are new here, my name is Samantha. Welcome. In today's video I will be making Jamaican oxtail, but first thing first, beautiful people, we have to clean and wash the oxtail. I started already. I think I have about 2 pieces. Yes, these 2 pieces left. So what I usually do, I just cut the fatty parts off, because if you cook the oxtail with a lot of fat, you're going to have greasy oxtail when it's done cooking, beautiful people. So I always try to get as much of the fat off as possible. So on these 2 last pieces, yes, beautiful people, it does take a lot of time to prep the meat, especially the cleaning the meat and stuff like that. It takes time. We have to do it. Right. So as I said, I always try to get as much of the fat off. Yeah. And sometimes the meat comes off with the fat, but you still have to try and get as much of the fat off as possible. So this is how my oxtail is looking. Some vinegar and some lime juice. I'm going to wash it. Just use your hands and mix it around. Yes. I have one of the sink thing in the bottom here, so just in case a piece of meat fall right on it. So yes, beautiful people, after I'm done washing the oxtail, it will be time for me to add the powder seasonings or the vegetables that I will be using, and also the sauce. So I still have a piece of fat here. It's looking very clean. It's looking very clean, beautiful people. So that is the last rinse that I'm going to give it. So this is how my oxtail is looking, nice and clean. The next time you see me, I will be adding the seasonings. It is time for me to season the oxtail, beautiful people. I will be adding the seasoning in the seasonings in this small blender, and I will blend everything together. I will be using 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of Maggi jerk seasonings. Yes, beautiful people. 2 teaspoons of Easy Spice Jamaican Oxtail seasoning. Yes, beautiful people. I want my oxtail to marinate. I always season my oxtail from overnight, beautiful people, and I will add also 1 teaspoon of Eve browning. Yes, beautiful people. I'm going to put on a pair of gloves and come right back. So I finished blending the powdered seasonings. Now it was time for me to add few pieces of thyme, ginger, garlic, and Scotch bonnet pepper to the blender. I also added a few grains of pimentos, beautiful people. So I'm going to blend the vegetables before I add the mixture to the oxtail. So I was adding the few grains of pimento right there. I'm going to close the blender and blend those vegetables so I can season the oxtail. I poured the seasonings on the oxtail, beautiful people, and as you can see, I have my meat gloves on. So I'm going to rub the seasonings into the oxtail, beautiful people. Yes, I am rubbing the seasonings into the oxtail. It was smelling so good, especially the Scotch bonnet pepper, beautiful people. And I think I'm going to add a little bit more browning whenever it's time for me to brown the oxtail. I will add a little bit more browning, a little bit more of the Eve browning. Yes. I'm going to cover it now with 2 pieces of foil and let it marinate overnight. So the next time you see me, beautiful people, it's going to be time for me to prep the vegetables that I will be putting into the oxtail. Continue watching. Yes, that's the last piece. Now it's time for me to prep the vegetables for the oxtail, beautiful people. Today is also Sunday, so I need to prep vegetables for other meals that I am going to prepare. I have a large carrot, I have some green bell pepper, I have a yellow one here, and I have two tomatoes and some fresh thyme. I have on my cutting board a large Scotch bonnet pepper, some white and green onions, beautiful people. So I am going to cut up the green onions first. Yes, beautiful people. I'm going to do this on camera, do the rest off camera, and show you guys my prepped vegetables. And after I prep the vegetables, this is the next day, by the way. I did season the oxtail last night. Yes. So after I am finished prepping the vegetables, it will be time for me to brown the oxtail. So these are my green onions. And I'm going to do the rest of vegetables off camera, beautiful people. So my vegetables and herbs are all prepped for my cooking today, beautiful people. I did not show the garlic earlier, so I have some crushed garlic right there. Beautiful people, it's time to start browning the oxtail. piece in the middle. So I'm going to let it brown, beautiful people. Then I turn them. Turning them, beautiful people. Looking so brown on camera. When I'm done everything, I will give you all a close-up look before I put them in the pressure cooker. So I'm going to let these brown and the others that are left. And I will give you all a close-up look. I put them in the pressure cooker pot. Just beautiful people. It's time to start cooking the oxtail, beautiful people. Let me give you all a close-up look. All the pieces are dark brown. I'm going to put them in the pressure cooker pot here. Yes, beautiful people. I'm going to add some water. Make sure that all the pieces are covered with water. Yes. All the pieces are covered with water, and I'm going to let them cook in the pressure cooker for about 45 minutes. I'm going to add some thyme, ginger and garlic, also a piece of scotch bonnet pepper and a few grains of pimento seeds. Yes. I will also be adding about a tablespoon of Eve browning, beautiful people. Yeah. Nice. And last but not least, a tablespoon of Walker's Wood jerk seasoning. I did not have any of this yesterday when I was seasoning the oxtail. My boss bought it yesterday. Yes, bought it yesterday. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of the Walker's Wood jerk seasonings, yes. Now I'm going to close the pressure cooker pot and let it cook, as I said, for about 45 minutes. Then I will check back in with you guys, show you all how it's looking. Yes, beautiful people. I call this little pressure cooker the mighty little pressure cooker, beautiful people. It works so good. Alright, so my pressure cooker pot is closed. Turn the stove on. automatic pressure on medium heat. Yes, medium heat for about 45 minutes. You all see my mighty little pressure cooker in action, beautiful people. I am telling you. Now it's time for me to check the oxtail, to see if they are cooked. Yes. I'm going to use a fork and try to pull apart a little piece there. And they were cooked, beautiful people. I think I gave them an hour. Yes. And they were indeed cooked. See? That is how you know your oxtail is cooked, beautiful people, when you can pull apart the fleshy part of the meat. I'm also going to try a smaller piece because I find the smaller pieces sometimes take longer to cook, and that small piece was, yes, I could get a piece of the flesh off. So they are cooked, and I'm going to switch the pot because I want you all to see what I'm doing. Yes, so you can see I switched the pot there, and I'm going to pour my oxtail in. Look at them, beautiful people. Yes, I see the herbs at the bottom of the pot. Smelling so good in the kitchen, guys. So I'm going to taste it and add some powdered seasonings and some condiments to give the oxtail more flavor. Yes, beautiful people. The first thing I'm going to add is some pepper jelly. Gray, sweet and spicy pepper jelly. It was almost finished. I think it had about a tablespoon. So I made sure I scrape everything out into the oxtail. Yes. I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of the Maggi all-purpose seasoning, beautiful people. And I'm also going to use 1 teaspoon of the Walker's Wood jerk seasonings. And I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of pickle pepper sauce. And I'm going to let the oxtail cook on slow heat before, I'm going to let it cook on slow heat so the liquid can thicken up a bit before I add my vegetables and my herbs. Yes, beautiful people. It was looking good, so I'm going to give it a taste here. Yes, I did not add any more browning, beautiful people, to the oxtail. I was loving the color of the sauce there. It was tasting good for now. Yes, I'm going to cover the pot and let it simmer down before I add my vegetables and my herbs, beautiful people. Continue watching. Now it was time to add the vegetables and the rest of the herbs, beautiful people. But I wanted to taste the liquid here to see if it needed any condiments and powder seasonings. And of course it did, beautiful people. So I'm going to give it a taste. going to add 1 tablespoon of gray sweet and spicy hot pepper jelly. Yes, beautiful people. That is my gray sweet and spicy hot pepper jelly. And I also will be adding 2 teaspoons of Maggi all-purpose seasonings. It's not easy doing the voiceover, but when I was cooking the oxtail, the lady here, she was playing the TV so loud. So that is the Maggi, and I'm using the tiny measuring spoon, beautiful people. Whenever I want to use less of something, I use the tiny measuring spoon, not the regular shiny teaspoon, beautiful people. And I'm also going to add less than a teaspoon of Scotch bonnet powder. That is the Scotch bonnet powder. I'm going to give it another taste, beautiful people. So I'm going to taste it here. Taste the liquid. The last thing I will be adding after the vegetables and herbs will be 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. Then I'm going to cover the pot and let the liquid simmer down to gravy. Yes. So those are my vegetables and my herbs, beautiful people. I don't like to overcook the vegetables and the herbs because I like when I serve the oxtail, you know, it looks colorful. Yes. That is why I let the liquid simmer down a bit. Yes, beautiful people. So I am making sure that the vegetables all went down into the liquid, especially the carrots. And I was taking my time because I did not want to break up the oxtail, because remember now they are already cooked, beautiful people. Yes. Look how colorful the pot is, and I'm telling you, it tasted really good, beautiful people. So after I add the brown sugar and cover the pot, it will be time for me to show you the finished oxtail and the rest of the dinner that I prepared. Yes. So I'm going to add the 2 teaspoons of brown sugar now, and cover the pot. And I'm going to let it finish cooking on slow heat until the liquid turns to gravy. Thank you all so much for watching this video, beautiful people. I know it's a little long, but you know, cooking oxtail does take time. So thank you all so much for watching, and remember, please watch the videos to the end, beautiful people. Yes, I'm going to cover the pot. The oxtail is ready, beautiful people. Now it's time to put it into a serving dish. Yes. Dinner is done, beautiful people. And I also want to apologize for the length of this video. This is my plate, beautiful people. Thank you all so much for watching.